we're going to back up a bit.
Yeah, more finishes.
Thanks for sticking around.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Hopefully we won't scare you away. Hi there. Welcome to the Notorious Needle. I'm Sarah.
I'm Bridget.
And on this channel, we talk about cross-stitch. Mostly cross-stitch. We sometimes use swear words, so you've been warned. And sometimes we talk about current events from a politically liberal perspective and how it affects our stitching.
Right. I think that's all the disclaimers.
That's all the disclaimers. So every video we do a giveaway, and the last video we were giving away these gift tag patterns. So this one is all occasion tags. And then this one is birthday gift tags. And this week for the birthday gift tags is Janet, Long Island Stitcher. So I will be getting that in the mail to you. And for the all occasion tags is Karen Winger AK 4109. So congratulations and thanks for watching.
Awesome.
I am a few floss tubes behind in mailing out winnings, but I will be getting to that this week. So look for that in the mail very soon. So the next thing we want to do is your comments.
Oh yes.
We love reading your comments on our videos. So thank you for that. And I like to pick a few to read and share with everybody. So Donna Spindle 7107 wrote, making cross-stitch tags for gift or cards would be so cute. Great way to start the new year doing something new and different. Yeah, Bridget does that all the time.
Yeah, I do. And it's fairly easy. If you already make cards, it's really simple. And if not, you can probably figure it out on YouTube. Or maybe we should do a tutorial at some point.
Maybe we can.
Maybe we can.
Stay tuned. I'm going to pronounce this as C Abbott 328. Wrote, this is my first time to your channel. I really enjoyed the chat and even bought some things from your Amazon list. So thanks for the tag on that one. I have subscribed and liked and look forward to watching much more. Thank you very much. Welcome to the channel. Yep. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for sticking around.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Hopefully we won't scare you away.
Yeah, I don't know. She sounds hardy.
We have a good time here.
We do.
And Rocky Mountain Penny wrote, it's beneficial that you're good at improvising and ducking and weaving, Sarah. Doing this with Bridget, who seems inclined to chase every squirrel that runs through her mind. LOL, you two are a hoot stitch on.
Hey!
Thanks for that, Penny.
I do not have ADHD.
You were not diagnosed anyway.
No, I call it stream of consciousness.
I call it, well, I'm not going to tell you what I call it. It's not nice. And Karen Winger, AK 4109, her winning comment is great video. Tag You're It was my favorite game we played in the summer as a kid.
Cute.
Awesome. Thanks for the comments. We really appreciate it. So let's get to new stitchy stuff.
New stitchy stuff.
You have new stitchy stuff, Bridget?
I do have new stitchy stuff because, yes, I got some new stitchy stuff, some of it for Christmas and Yule, whatever.
Okay.
So the first thing I wanted to show, and you should put a link to this in the image.
I will.
Because I'll tell you what, this thing is fun. It's a little craft iron. It comes in its own case. Look at how cute. Wait till you see how
tiny.
This is so freaking cute. I didn't even know these existed. And I was watching Flosstubes. Because, you know, when I do a finish and I need to iron my work, because I stitch in hand or even in the hoop, you're going to get wrinkles. You're going to get stuff. And you got to rinse it out, wash it, whatever. And then the next thing you know, it's a wrinkled mess. So I put it off because I got to take out I have a small tabletop ironing board, but I don't like my iron. My iron is old, and I didn't know you're supposed to use distilled water because I'm an idiot. So it kind of gets a little rusty.
It says distilled water in the instructions.
I know, but my iron, I don't remember reading instructions. But anyway, so now I have this. Oh, and you know what I forgot to show you? You're probably right. It comes with this little thing that you fill it with. It's just cute. It's easy to use. It's in a little case. I was like, this inspired me to do more finishes.
Nice.
So yeah, I had it on my Amazon list, and my honey got it for me.
Thank you, honey.
So yeah, for real. I'm very happy with that.
Cool.
Do you have some new Stitchy stuff?
I just have one.
Do you want me to go through
keep
all of
going,
mine?
yeah.
Okay. All right. You heard it. She said keep going. Okay. From Bestitch Me, I have my Fabric of the Month Club, and this one is Into the Veil, and this one's 16 count Ada, and I like this color.
That's pretty.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, it's like a sea green.
Oh yeah.
That is nice.
So this is really pretty. And I think when Witches Gardens Crafts comes out with the pentacles, it'll have to go on here.
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea.
Yeah, because I'm doing her tarots. And I had finished her chariots one. So I've been looking, you know, as I get stuff, I've been like earmarking it for that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's really pretty. I like
pretty.
that. So pretty. So I like her modeled.
I like that she like the serge
all the edges are serged.
Is
yes.
But it's also like in a coordinating color, which is really pretty.
I know, right? I don't even bother when I serge. I just serge in whatever because I know I'm going to cut it off. But hers are always really pretty. And her fat quarters are huge.
They're big.
I usually get 2 or 3 projects out of one of her fat quarters. And the other thing, and I don't know, this did not come from my husband. It came with something else I bought, but I snagged it for a project bag, and it's got a beehive design.
Oh yeah, it's hexagons.
Yeah, so I snagged it.
Okay.
And I'm going to put floss and stuff in that. And then the other little project bag, this was a gift from Meredith, Ryken's daughter, Meredith, my stepdaughter. And look how cute that is with all the little bees.
That's very cool.
Yeah, project
That's very
bag.
nice.
Mm-hmm.
With a leather wristlet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very nice. They know what to get me. And I got a new issue of Just Cross Stitch.
Yay.
The Easter issue.
Oh wow.
So
okay.
yeah, well, because I guess they sent it to you in time to like stitch something for that particular holiday.
Right.
I thought there was an article in here about StitchCon, but I couldn't find it again.
Oh.
So
okay.
in one of the recent Just Cross Stitch magazines, there's an article referencing StitchCon, and those are my new stuff.
Very nice.
Okay.
So I only have one new Stitchy stuff, and it's only because I forgot to mention this in the last one. Some folks had posted on Facebook on the Krynic Facebook page about visiting and stuff, and I didn't realize that they had a location here in the States.
Well, they do.
Yeah, it's not local. It's hours and hours away. But I thought that was really cool, so I mentioned it, and they messaged me back, and they said, "We noticed you're a designer. Would you like a thread card?" I was like, "Yeah." So they sent me a thread card through the mail. So all these beautiful, shiny Krynic threads.
Oh my god!
I've got all these beautiful examples of them. Let me show you something really, really pretty. Is it this one? I think it's this one.
I'm looking at the one on the back.
The one on the back. Oh yeah, these fuzzy threads. They're about the thickness of like a pipe cleaner almost.
Oh wow.
But they're fuzzy and cool. And then you've got these like really beautiful smooth metallics.
Those are threads?
Yeah.
Those are thin.
Yeah, they're very small.
Wow.
Some of them are small, some of them are thicker.
Some of them are cords.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. These aren't just one thread. Some of these are 4 threads together.
Yeah, yeah.
So you can see them better.
They're different weights, so they're different thicknesses, but like here it is physically, like in my hands. So now I know what they've got, what I can choose to stitch with. Some of them are like multicolor, which is really pretty.
They definitely want you to use those in some of your designs.
Oh yeah, these are beautiful, and I stitch with Krynic already. Like I'll show you. My finish has Krynic threads in it, and then they have glow in the dark, which I think I want to try. I haven't tried the Krynic version of that. It's this one up here. It's the glow in the dark.
Does it glow green?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So this first card, it's kind of cool because they tell you like what each thickness is. Blending filament, cord, cable, number 4, number 8, number 12, and it goes on and on and on down in thickness. That's what the first card is.
Wow.
Which is really cool. I just think I'm excited. This is fun. So thank you, Krynic. That was cool. That's my only new Stitchy.
That is cool. I want to see that later.
Yeah. All right, so we are moving on to finishes. Do you have finishes, Bridget?
Actually, I do.
Okay.
Because of the little craft iron, I felt like I needed to use
Woohoo!
it. Yeah, so I do have some finishes. And I'm going to grab them over here and move this guy out of the way. This table is packed full of my whips.
Yes.
So
Bridget has been busy this.
You'll be strapping in for that segment. So I don't know if you will remember, but I did the Santa Moon. This one's by Needle Bling Designs, and it came out of the Just Cross Stitch 2023 holiday issue. I did it on pink Ada, because basically that's what I had left over. I had a piece of pink, and I was like, you know what? I wonder, nobody ever does Santa on pink. I think it looks kind of cute.
Yeah,
I did have to outline him a little bit.
Yeah.
And I used my own basically color. I kind of followed their colors, but I just used whatever I had left over. And then I put it in the hoop. This came from the Dollar Tree. And then I have some foam on the back that I just super glued to the back.
Super glued or glue gun?
Oh, glue gun.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Glue gun.
Yeah.
So I just took the back and bunched it together with a basting stitch and slapped on some foam. It's yellow. It's so, yellow, pink, new Christmas colors. No.
Sure. Did you
What the
date
hell?
that one? You
Did I
didn't
date
sign
it?
and date it.
I did not sign and date
That's
it.
not like you.
I know. I couldn't find a spot on here where it would
Well,
look.
you can write it on the
appropriate.
foam on the back.
I could
But
write
like
it
a
on the
shirt.
back with a ballpoint pen because
Yeah.
I've done that before,
Yeah.
and I probably will
Okay.
when I figure out who I'm going to give it to.
Okay.
And I may just change the date so they think it was more recent.
Okay.
Because then they won't feel like, oh, I'm getting something old.
Oh, whatever.
Whatever. And then I finished this one. I'm going to make sure that the pattern's not in there. Oh, here, I'll just take this out of the bag. Sorry. So this is the Friends and Cross Stitch. It's really, really super
Who's the
cute.
designer?
I'm looking it
It's
up.
on the card.
It's called Friends Forever, and it's a kit from CC and Company.
Oh, okay.
I did it in my colorway because it doesn't come. It came with the board, but it didn't come with any floss.
Oh, okay.
So I put it on this board.
That's the board it came with?
Yup.
Okay.
And then I did a little bit of cording
Okay.
with a little bow at the bottom. I don't know. It kind of looks, well, I have to fix the bow. I made the cording. I made the bow. I put it on there. It's my first flat finish ever.
Very nice.
So, and then I did sign and date the back. And actually, it says Friends and Cross Stitch make life better. And it says SL for Sarah Leal and RR for your best friend.
Aw.
And that's a present for you.
Oh, okay.
I made that for you.
Aw, thanks, Mom.
You're welcome.
My bestie is Rachel.
Yep. Well, I wasn't given her name.
Oh, she's been on Flosstube before with us.
Okay.
Yeah, we did an unboxing together a while
Okay.
back.
Oh, well, I didn't know I had permission to out her.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's pretty.
I know. I like it.
I'm going to put it on the board back there.
One of my first finishes.
Yay.
On a board. I never
on a
did
board.
that.
Okay.
Never did that before. And glue guns are messy.
Yeah, they can be.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what the bow is there for.
Oh, okay.
Because there was a lot of glue up there.
The bow is adorable.
I thought it went well with it.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to put it on my board in the back.
And then my next two finishes.
Ooh, you finished them.
I finished them. My needle books. I didn't take off the. See, this one I did a little bit of. That's the pattern.
Yeah.
And these are a shepherd's care too. And then that's the felt that I chose. And then that's the same pattern. I just did it on a different one and put
fabric.
it black inside.
Oh, nice.
Because I need some more needle books.
Okay.
And this one is this is called Jack-O-Lantern, the fabric.
Oh, okay.
And this one is called Midnight Ride. They're both 14 count Zweigart, and these were free giveaways at.
The fabric was, yeah.
The fabric was free giveaways at Stitching in the Wild.
Yeah.
So when I saw this pattern at Stitching in the Wild, and I was like, hey, that looks like the same size as the fabric we got. So I bought the pattern there, and I made them and I finished them. So these are going to go in my. I can take this part off now. I was just
now for the name of the fabric. Well, what's the name of the fabric?
I said that's Jack-O-Lantern.
Oh,
and that's Midnight Ride.
And they're by Jew Design. That's JU Design.
Jude Design. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I thought that was those are really pretty, and those are going to be useful because I always need more places to stick my needle when I put my stuff away.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you shouldn't leave it on your needle minder when you put it in your project bag.
No, because guess what? They fall off. I used to just stick it through my work.
Yeah.
And I will tell you what, I would get more like little, either it would pull the fabric out of shape, or
it would like leave a permanent hole that even if you washed it, it wouldn't really come out because it had been like that for months.
Or some of my other needles would actually leave rust stains, depending on how long that project.
Before I knew needle minders were like a thing, 15, 20 years ago, I would take my needle and I would put it at the edge of the fabric that I knew would be like behind the frame.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And I would always put it in the same place, and I could tell because it would get a little dirty, or and if I hadn't stitched it in a month, it would actually rust, which was wild to me. But I go through needles very quickly, so yeah. Now we have needle minders and needle books,
and they help.
Yeah.
So that's it for my finishes.
My finishes, okay.
How are your finishes?
I have 2 FFOs.
Yay!
But the first one is in cross stitch. It's cross stitch adjacent.
So
I did my 2023 ornament. So I just put 2023 on there with a Sharpie because I didn't want to bust out the t-shirt pen. Mm-hmm. I guess I could still do that. And then this is all my orts for the year. With sorry about the reflection of the lights here. I don't know if I can't really do anything about that, but yeah, so I just stuffed them all in here and put them on the tree. So
you know what? I think you should have a little tiny tree that you stick behind you
with
all your little ornaments.
These are too big. These are like full. Like this is the smallest I've got 4 now, and this is the smallest. The other ones are like this big. That's too big for a little tree.
Well, then maybe just stick them on the pegboard. Hang them off the pegboard all year.
No, I'm gonna put them on my holiday tree.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's finish number 1. Finish number 2, I no longer have in person because I gifted it to my bestie, but I took pictures and I will insert them here. So let's see, where's the card that I took out for these? Here it is. So those patterns are called Gnome with Star, and the other one is Gnome with Christmas Ornament, and they are by Cute Broidery. I used the Call for DMC, except I used Opal Diamond in the word bestie at the bottom, and I used Krynic. I don't remember which Krynic it was. It was one of these pale blues in the heart. So in bestie, it's 1 strand of Opal Diamond and 1 strand of DMC white. Because when I used the DMC Etoile, the Blanc, it looks a little gray because the filament is silver, right? So when it's not reflecting light, it looks a little gray. It's darker. So I used the Opal because it was lighter. And then I don't think it's
You don't always want to have the gray look.
Yeah, no, I mean the Etoile is nice, but it wasn't the look I wanted. And then the heart, I used just full Krynic in the little heart at the top and the middle. And that's stitched on 18 count navy Ada. And then I just finished it off with some lace, which
I put away.
Was yours. So
right.
Okay, so you got that.
I already stuck it in my bag. Sorry.
Yeah, and I just grabbed I got one of those fabric from the dollar store. You get little rolls of fabric. That it was like this big for $1.25 and finished off the back with that with the polka dots. It's so cute. I love it.
It is really cute.
So yeah, she loved it.
And the lace is just 1/2-inch cotton lace.
Actually, it's a full inch.
Oh, is it a full inch?
It was an inch, yeah.
Okay.
And she loved it, of course. And I remembered to sign this one. So yep. So those are my finishes.
Awesome. Well, I'm proud of you because sometimes you don't have any.
No, a lot of time. Well, I usually pick big projects, and then it takes me months. I stitch a little bit here and a little bit there.
But you do well with a deadline.
Oh yeah, I make those. I make those deadlines. Yeah. So I guess we're moving on to whips.
We're at whips. Okay. Buckle up, Buttercup.
Oh, here we go. All right.
And the reason is because, as you may or may not know, I did the New Year's Eve challenge.
Oh, the 12 by 12.
The 12, yes.
12 patterns in 12 new starts
right.
in 12 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
By Kia B.
So it's at Kia B Quilting on Instagram.
Right.
Oh, so it's hashtag NYE12x12.
Right.
Cool.
So it's 12 new stitches in 12 hours. You start at noon, you finish at midnight. And whenever you get done, you get done. And then I continued on like after that. So in the last Flosstube, I showed you all the ones I was going to start. So I have those plus some of my regular whips.
Holy moly. Here we go.
I said, hang on. Okay. So the first one is,
I love this part. I haven't even seen these.
I have these in order. So if I look down, this is why.
Okay.
It's called
Very organized.
Snow Place Like Home. So there's Snow Place Like Home. It actually is a banner, and they give you the thing in the back. So it was a kit. It is a kit by Dimensions. I got it off the freebie table.
Ooh, does it tell you how to do the tassel at the bottom?
It might.
The directions? Oh, you haven't gotten that far? Okay.
I haven't gotten that far. I don't read the directions first. You know I don't read the directions.
You know, I never remember that because my instinct is I read all the directions first and then I go, okay, this is how I'm going to do this. And I assume that you do the same, but I should know better.
It said measure however much down from the top and start.
Okay.
So I measured however much down from the start, folded that part in half, and then started in the middle because that's how I work.
Okay.
And that's what I've gotten done so far.
Okay.
Of course, I didn't do all of that in an hour. I've been working on it all month. Yeah. But that was one of my new starts.
Very nice.
And it's actually not going badly.
So you're going to be stitching all this Christmas stuff all year, all this winter stuff?
Well, until I finish these.
Yeah.
You know. But cool. Okay, so now I have an issue. Can I stack them over here for a minute? Because I got to put them all back in their project bags. She made me take them out.
Well, because then she spends 10 minutes zipping and unzipping bullshit. You don't want to watch that. Neither do I.
It's all her fault. Okay, so this one's called Christmas Spirit, and it's another banner.
Oh, yeah.
And this one is also a kit by Dimensions. So it's the same. Basically, they were side by side on the freebie table, so I grabbed them. And I got quite a bit.
What does it say? Keep the Christmas spirit
all year long. Mm-hmm. And then there's supposed to be, you can see there's going to be a little thing at the bottom. And I'm working on the Santa part right now. Because you know me and Santa.
Oh, that's right. Slutty for Santa, this one.
Damn right. And then this one is called Candy Cane Christmas. And this is a Candamar design kit. Hang on a second. I'll move her out of this. That's the pattern there. Okay. And that's a kit from Candamar. And then this is how much I've gotten done on this one.
Ooh.
And it's kind of pretty. The Christmas is actually done in 2 different colors.
I was going to say, is that variegated or is that 2 different?
It's
2 colors.
Okay. 2 colors, right.
But I mean, it's very even.
This one only has like 5 colors total in the whole thing. So it's not terrible,
A lot of back
pretty
stitch.
Easy to do. And you could tell I'm stitching in hand because it's all curly.
Mine are all like that too.
Not always. Some of them I put on hoops and you'll see those because you could see the nudge marks.
Yeah.
So the next one is the Clue Stitch Along, which actually you got me.
Was it a stitch along? No, it was a mystery box. Or was it a stitch along also?
It was a stitch along
because they give you
mystery box.
You're supposed to like open do this pattern.
Right. It's supposed to be 13.
Yeah.
There's 13
and
for October.
Bridget said, nope, we're opening it all now.
I opened the whole thing, put all these pattern pieces together and And
who did the mystery box?
The mystery box from Clue was from Forbidden Fiber Company.
Cool. Yeah,
and it's using their floss. And it unfortunately, when she bought the kit, she bought it for like 25 count Lugana or something like that, which I'm too old and blind for that stuff.
I don't know what I was
So I changed it out and I'm doing it on 16 count Sand Dollar by Bestitch Me. And that's how far I've gotten now.
Cool. And you don't have a picture of a finish because it's a stitch along.
It didn't come with a picture, but I could tell you right now, see, these are all the pieces, right? There's going to be another one of these over here. There's going to be another bit of those pieces over here. And then there's some kind of sampler thingy on the bottom. No, it's going to have the wrench, the rope,
Oh, okay,
the lead
the
pipe,
weapons.
etc. The weaponry across the bottom.
Right. And this is the one where they added, what was it, embroidery scissors as one of the weapons or something? I forget.
Yes.
But they added like crafting stuff to the game in the mystery. It was cute. We did an unboxing. I'll put the link down below for that video.
Yeah, it is really cute. The only problem is they didn't give you a picture of the finish. So I looked online to see if they had a picture, like maybe they were still selling it. They're not, I couldn't find one. So let's see, that's our clue cell. Now the next one I have is the come one, come all. And this is what the finish is going to look like, maybe. Yeah, I'll turn it that way so you can see. It's kind of cute.
This is by
Kathryn Landis is the designer. The fabric we were supplied with, it was a kit, is from Picture This Plus. The fabric is called Echo. Oh, cool. And okay, what's going on? Oh, the floss is hand-dyed floss from Bestitch Me, and also Krynic is the gold, and you can see it's a little shiny. Yeah. Can you see the shiny? Yeah. So this is 16 count, and that's the piece. So that's how big they expect it to be.
Okay.
I guess we'll find out.
I guess so.
Yeah.
You started in the middle? Or?
I started in the corner.
Oh, okay.
That's what I do. I measure in this way, and I measure in that way, and then I stick a piece of floss here, like out of my Orts box. And then when I'm doing the pattern, I count from the outside in to wherever they want me to start. And that's why I try to go across the top or the bottom to figure out, make sure I have enough, because you start all the way over here and then you get to here and you're going off.
Right.
I've done it, so I'm kind of like trusting them that they know how big their pattern is.
Uh-oh.
Well, I did the math, but you know me and math. We don't get along. And the next one is the Haunted House.
Oh, nice.
And this is the kit that I bought from Starlight Stitchery. And this is not the picture. Hang on one second.
Is there a picture of the finish?
There is a picture of the finish. It's right here.
Very nice.
Because they're still selling the kit.
That's huge.
Yeah, they're just not selling the
Are you going to get like a
box?
Big, beautiful, dramatic frame like that?
I don't know. If I can find one at the thrift store, I will. Yeah. But I've gotten quite a bit done on this one. And this is by 11 different designers. So I've got...
each designer did a different room in the house.
Yeah, so I've got the attic here.
Okay, who did the attic?
You had to ask that. I knew you were going to ask
I'll find it. You talk about fabric.
Okay. The fabric is Ghostly. Who did the fabric?
The attic is by Stitch Sprout.
Ghostly is by...
14 count Ada by Starlight Stitchery.
Oh, Starlight Alchemy.
Alchemy.
That's who did the fabric. The only complaint I have is that it's been fraying as I've been stitching. So I threw it on my machine because somehow I can't get my serger to make chain.
Oh.
I may have to watch the video again. The serger's so old it came with a VCR video.
Oh.
But if you don't thread it exactly right, if you serge, you have to thread it exactly right or it won't make chain.
They're temperamental.
I've rethreaded it twice and it's not working for me. So I put it on the flat machine and I just did like a quickie zigzag stitch around the outside just to hold it. And you'll notice that this is empty here and this is empty here. When we go to the next stitching convention,
which is later in February.
Yeah, that comes up in plans. I just did the outline, and that way I can just sit there and fill that in and not pay any attention.
Yeah, that's a lot of filling. Is it all one color?
It's all $7.25.
Okay.
Or $7.45. I bought extra. Yeah.
Yes.
They don't tell you how many skeins you need, but I will tell you now.
Really?
You need a lot.
Oh.
You need a lot. This is look at this.
That's interesting.
Look at this thing. It's bigger than me. This is a big pattern and it's on 14 count. So it's going to be big.
I guess because they didn't put it all together from the various patterns in terms of the numbers of skeins.
Right. They don't tell me how many skeins, so I'm just kind of winging it. And we will see.
Well, we are very privileged to live in a very urban area, and there's multiple craft stores that are not
they're not that far.
Run by Satan that we can visit and with a relatively clear conscience.
Yes. So then the next one's called Beaded Santa, and at least that's what I'm calling it. It's Holiday Ornaments 2. It's by Mill Hill, and it's a counted glass bead kit.
Okay.
So that's
So
what
it's
it's going to
all
look
beads,
like.
right? It's no stitches?
Everything is beads.
Oh, okay.
I know. I'm thinking to myself, why did I even start this? So this is what I got done in an hour.
Oh, okay. That's an hour. All right.
And I haven't. And the reason I started in the corner is because this did not come with the kit. It actually came with one of Sarah's kits because it's orange and it's perforated paper.
I used fabric instead of this.
She used fabric, so I snagged this, and this is perforated paper, so I'm going to do it, and then I'll be able to cut around it.
Yeah.
Whenever I finish, and I'm using I'm using a beading needle with a really large eye.
Was that why your needle minder is so big?
Yeah. Well, the beading needles that I found, I don't know if you can see, you might have to do this, but the eye itself goes from here to here. So you pull the whole thing apart to put the thread in. So much easier.
Yeah.
But I have got nothing done.
So you didn't enjoy beading this? Because you haven't.
Do you know me?
You haven't done it since, so I'm assuming not an enjoyable thing for you.
No,
well, that's too bad.
You know what it is? I think it's this beading thread that is like fishing line.
Yeah.
And it's horrible.
Oh.
I hate it.
Well,
it's hard to work with.
You don't have to do that. You could probably you could use some red thread to stitch the red beads and white thread to stitch the white beads. You could get away with that.
I think you're right.
Or just use white on the whole thing.
I think you're right.
Because the perforated paper is white-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I even bought this beading thread specifically. I think I got 2 spools of it.
I remember. And you thought it would be
because
fabulous.
people recommended it to me.
And you don't like it. It's very thin.
It's like beading with the lightest fishing line.
No,
you can't even see it. Oh, maybe that way.
Can you see the thread here?
It's so thin.
Yeah.
And it's hard to work with. It's hard to see it. Yeah. I won't go into, it just, I'll stop complaining now.
Okay.
Not a fan.
All right.
So that might be why I'm not a fan of beading.
Yeah. Well, this is very thin thread, and I imagine that this would be ideal if you were going to stitch with this thread over cross stitch, so that it's invisible. You won't see this on top of your cross stitch.
Right.
So
that's probably what it's made for.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is it's probably
so
easier.
I should just use regular thread for this.
You could use whatever you want, but I'm thinking
No, I think you have a good idea. I think I'm going to swap that out and use regular thread, and maybe I'll be more inspired to finish it.
I mean, yeah, you could. Seed beads, you could probably get 1 strand through.
I think I could.
All right.
I think I could.
All right.
So that brings me to my tiny mittens number 6.
I love these.
I know, aren't they cute? And here's Ho Ho, which you're going to laugh at your ass off because when I did it Oh Ho, and I had to take
Oh no.
I dyslexically
it was OHHO?
Yeah, and I had to take those out and redo it. But
oh no!
And that's gonna go on a card. So that's what I'm thinking. I've got these. Maybe we will do a thing.
A card making. Okay.
Yeah, and then this little guy is done. Now the thing of it is, I cheated because these are supposed to be beaded also, and I did bead the first set.
Yeah, I remember.
And then I hated it.
Oh,
I hated beading so much. I just said, you know what? I'm just gonna stitch them
And then you started this.
This should be fun for me.
Yeah,
and then I started that because, a little punishment. And there's another little one.
Oh, that's nice.
They are cute, aren't they?
Yeah.
And then this is as far as I've gotten on this one, which is why it's not a finish because I didn't finish all 4 of them.
Well, what is that one going to look like? Which one is that?
That one's going to be the cupcake. Yeah, it's going to be that little one down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cute.
They are.
And that's Frony Ritter Designs, and they have a bunch of these little books. So I bought at least 3 of them, I think. So you'll be seeing probably more of those later. Then I've got Beehive Violets, and
that's pretty.
This is what it looks like so far. And I am doing I'm doing their colors, but it wasn't a kit. It came, it didn't come with. So I don't know if this is
attached.
This piece isn't attached. Well, it's stuck to the
sure
cloth, so what the hell. And this is a design by Nan Calera, and this is just 14 count Ada from DMC. It's a little on the stiff side. I'm not sure why. And I don't really want to show you the whole thing, so I'll just give you, they just have this on their website like that, so I'll show you that. But it's just going to have, it's got, wait, was that the front or the back? Did I show the front?
You showed the
back?
front.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it's got a little beehive in the center.
Yeah.
And then these are the violets. And then it's going to have other little things, you know, here and here. But it's just a little thing. Just a tiny one. I like that one because I like bees. And then the one that I designed that I'm in the middle of, so it's a bingo bag.
Oh, I haven't seen this yet.
You haven't.
Fun.
Yeah, I've just designed my own colorway. What the hell, right?
Right.
Because my grandmother had, and my great-grandmother had a bingo bag that were needle pointed out of plastic canvas.
Okay.
And I decided I wanted one. So I made
fun.
bingo, and I have a whole bunch of needlepoint wool from 123 ply. So I just grabbed, and you know,
And this is plastic canvas.
this is plastic canvas, right? You
10
can
count?
this is actually 7 count.
Okay, 7 count.
7 count. 7 to the inch, and you can get this on Amazon. And
You can
so
get
there's
anywhere, really.
the front, and there's the back. And if you look at it real close, you can see
beautiful.
it's not a normal needlepoint stitch. I forget what they call that stitch. I looked it up and then I forgot to write it down. And this will be the bottom because this is all the scraps. So that's going to go here.
Okay.
And then this is one side.
Oh,
will
okay.
Go here. And then this is the other side,
Oh,
which will
very
go
nice.
over here.
Very
You
nice.
see, they'll match.
Yeah.
So I just have to whip stitch everything together. I've got the handles done.
Wow. That's.
Yeah, I've got everything done. I just have to.
You did all of this? Like.
What? This took about 3 days.
Oh.
This. Yeah. Plastic canvas works up fast. And this particular box stitch works up super fast.
Oh, I see you doubled up here. That's interesting because it wasn't long enough.
Right. It wasn't long enough,
Let me
so I
see
put
it.
2 together.
Yeah.
But you won't be able to tell when it's done.
No, but I
Right.
just think that's
You
clever.
overlap the 2. That's how you make them longer if you don't have a long enough piece. You just overlap the 2. And so that's what these are going to be, the handles.
Yeah.
Now, I probably should line this, and I'm probably not going to do it because I'm a lazy bitch.
Oh, this is going to get stuck on all your clothes if you don't whip stitch.
No.
this
All
edge.
of this is going to be whip stitched.
Well, then what do you mean by lining?
The back.
Oh, you mean inside?
Right.
Oh.
Grandma's was lined. They took
You
a piece
can
of
do that
fabric and
while
lined
you
it.
whip stitch.
Oh, you mean put a piece of fabric over it and whip stitch it?
Yep.
I just
and
have
then
to
just cut
use.
off the extra.
I just have to use a needle with a point.
Yeah. You could do that, or you could do
yeah.
like felt or something, or your spongy.
Yeah, and see this part here. This is left blank because this has to get stitched to the top of the bag.
How are you going to do that? You've already stitched.
I haven't figured that out yet.
Okay.
I haven't figured that out yet.
Okay. So.
I probably should have done that ahead of time. Actually, I think I could just stitch it to the actual.
Oh yeah, you could just.
I could just stitch it to
the stitches.
The stitches, yeah, without it
Okay.
showing through from the front.
Yeah, just don't
Yeah.
put anything too crazy heavy in there, but you will
No.
anyways.
I probably will.
Yeah.
So I had a whole bunch of. I picked
Yarn.
it up at the yarn I picked up at a thrift store like last century, and it's just been sitting in a plastic bag in a bin in my craft closet.
Literally last century. Oh, you missed a piece of.
Yeah, literally last century. And it's just been waiting for a project. So when I decided to make the bingo bag, I said, well, I already have the yarn
Yeah.
because it's wool. It's needlepoint wool,
Okay.
and that's specifically made for that
Okay.
because wool doesn't wear out. So that brings us to Santa's Table Runner. We're working on stitching Santa, and that's Sue Hillis Designs. That's what it's going to look like when that part's finished. But if you've been following this, you know that Santa's Table Runner is huge. But I'm going to show you what I've gotten done so far. I finished off his feet. I finished off the sign. I've gotten up into this area some more.
So he's holding a basket with embroidery floss and a strawberry pin cushion.
And he's got a little
tomato pin cushion.
little ball of yarn down here that I did.
Yeah, and Some spools
So,
of thread. Oh my gosh.
you can't really
very
tell,
cute.
but I did do his hair. And his beard, but you can't really see it because it's kind of light on the. This is 14 count monk's cloth, and all the other Santas are rolled up here.
Is he the last one, or is one
No,
more?
I've got one.
So this is
more.
number 8 of 10.
No,
9 of
9.
10.
This is number 9 of 10
Okay.
that I'm doing. Shoot me now.
So close.
It seemed like such a great idea at the time.
Right. They usually do.
I know. And then the last one, let me find the picture, is the Tarot Major Arcana. Whoops, I'm sorry, you are going to have to edit that out.
I will.
Hang on a second. Let me find.
Where's my pen?
That was my driver's license.
Yeah.
What's that doing there?
You did it again.
Oh, God damn it. I'm just trying. Sorry. I'm touching it. I shouldn't touch it. So here's the Tarot Major Arcana. That's what it's going to look like finished. The top part got cut off, but you get the point, right? And then this is what I've got done on it so far. I finished the Lovers last time, and I just finished Knowledge. I don't know if they can you see if that's if I am I straight?
Yep.
There we go. Okay, thank you. Yeah. So this is by Witches Gardens Crafts. The fabric is, I think, Vanilla Latte. Yeah, Vanilla Latte by Bestitch Me. And I am using her called for colors in DMC. And drum roll, please. That is the last whip that I worked on this month.
Wow.
Since the last Flosstube, this is what I've been working on.
Impressive.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, there's more?
One more.
Oh, there's one more. What's your one more?
There's one more, but it's not cross stitch.
Oh yeah, okay.
But Sarah says I can do this. So.
Oh yeah, I see.
And you're looking at this and you're going, what the hell is this?
What is that?
What is that? Okay, so I will show you what this is. This is a mat. It isn't finished yet, but it will be.
Well, that's why
this is a mat. It's going to be 4 feet wide by 6 feet long, and you can roll it up. It'll have a strap to tie it.
Oh, okay.
To itself, and then a strap that can go over around your shoulders. And Opal Luna makes these out of shopping bags. Plastic shopping bags. This is called Plarn, and you make it out of plastic shopping bags, and then you crochet it, and we donate these to the Broward Outreach Center for homeless people, because homeless people sleep on the ground. That gets them sick. It gives them rashes because the ground is usually wet, especially with morning dew.
Yeah, especially this time in Florida. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's very wet in Florida. And that makes them sick. They go to the emergency room. That comes out of taxpayer money because they don't have insurance. Yeah. So it's also community service. And it also keeps these out of the landfill. So it is a really worthwhile project. And that's why I wanted to kind of bring it in and show it. And I use a cue.
Oh my gosh. Look at the size of this embroidery hook.
This is a crochet hook, honey.
Crochet hook, sorry.
Yeah.
I said embroidery hook.
You're not expected to know these things. You don't do it.
I know what a crochet hook is.
But this is a cue, and that's the size you need. And
the size is Q.
Q, right. That's the size. Because they start with numbers, and then they go to letters, and then they just go up from there. And I'll just shove this back in.
That is ginormous.
It's not done yet. I'm probably about 4 feet by 4 feet now. I need to be 4 feet by 6 feet. It takes about somewhere between 500 and 700 shopping bags to make one mat.
Wow.
So that's how many bags we're keeping out of the landfill.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I'm kind of proud of that. You know. And the design is in Opal Luna's book, Fiber Magic.
Is that in your notes here?
Nope, that's in my head.
I'm gonna need that link.
You will need that link.
I will put the link below.
Okay. Yep. But I mean, you know, a lot of people who cross stitch do other crafts as well.
Yeah. And
giving back to the community is always great.
Sure. Yes, keeping somebody healthier.
Your turn.
Okay. My whips. I don't have the bajillion whips she has. The first one is Gross von Krampus by the Witchy Stitcher. So I started stitching the green. I don't remember where I was last time. I think I finished the top border. This is on Ivory 25 count Lugana by Zweigart. And I'm stitching 1/1. So this is Krampus so far, and then this is what he's going to look like finished. Here, let me zoom in a little bit. There we go. Yes, so I still have to do the the snowflakes and stuff, and Krampus at the bottom. So yeah, coming along.
Are you going to do the Krampus at the bottom in black or in red?
I haven't decided. So the K is in red, and the rest of it's in black, and I thought I might like to do all of it in red.
Or green?
No, I don't like green.
You don't like the green of his face?
I don't like green.
Oh, I kind of like that.
Yeah, I do not. So I don't know. I haven't decided.
He's cool.
I'm gonna do the same as you. I'm gonna put my stuff over here.
Sure.
All right. And the next one is oh, I did not take a picture of the finish. It's Tentacles by 2x2 Stitch Art on Etsy, and it's going to be 2 butt cheeks with red tentacles, wearing a little lacy thong. And so since last time I finished this butt cheek over here, I filled it in. So that was actually like my lunchtime stitching this past week. I'm stitching, it's 2/2 on 18 count, and I ended up using my own colorway because so this is for a friend, and he asked for red tentacles. So
right, the pattern has
the
blue.
pattern I bought was blue, blue tentacles, and then a super pale hiney. So it looks like this color and this color are very, very different, and this is coming out more yellow in the video, but in real life they blend together a little bit nicer in real lighting.
Yeah.
So that's tentacles, and then the next one is Yggdrasil, and it's also called Celtic Tree of Life, and it is also by 2x2 Stitch Art, who is a Ukrainian designer, by the way. And the fabric is Wapo Blue 36 count by Needle Bling Design, and I'm stitching 2/2. Here we go. This is the top.
Some of the frame done.
Yeah. So what ended up happening is, if you could hold, thank you.
Higher. Yeah, there we go.
Over here somewhere, I added a column, and when the border comes up to here, it's only 1 stitch away. So what I did was I did the border, and I filled this in because I ran out of purple. And then I started stitching here and then matched it back down here because I wanted to make sure that it wasn't too far over getting into the border there.
Right.
So, and
called How to Fudge When You Screw Up.
Yeah, I realized, I was like, well, I had gotten so far here by the time I realized I had added a column. I didn't want to frog that. It's a lot.
And nobody could tell.
No, you're not going to be able to tell.
But that,
Yeah, this side and this side are supposed to be identical, and this down here has 1 extra column. You can't tell.
No.
Yeah.
And that's how you make it your own.
Yeah. Yep, and I'm using my own colorway. Here's what it's going to look like finished. There's like 2 more borders after that. And it's a monochrome color.
So you can do any colors you want.
Yeah, you can do any colors you want. Yep. Let's see. I also stitched on the Temperature Dragon by Christy DiClemente. I hope I'm spelling that. I hope I'm saying that right. It's the Etsy shop is Christy's Corner, and I'm stitching it on 18 count white Aida. So let me show you what the Temperature Dragon looks like finished.
Okay.
Here we go. Here's her finish.
So cool.
So January is from the forehead and then down the nose. So that's January. And I fudged it, so I'm in the process of frogging the last 3 days. Because I misstitched.
Which end is up?
Aha, that's why I did this. So I took a page out of Mom's, and this is up. So that's the forehead and then down the nose.
Cute.
So
is this where you're frogging?
Yeah, I'm frogging down there. Yeah. So this is January 1st through the 15th, and then down here is like the 16th through the 25th, I think, is as far as I've gotten. And then I had to frog the last 3 days.
Aw.
But I love this, how this is coming out. I picked my own colorway. And I'm doing each, oh, I don't know where my floss is. It's over there because that's where I've been stitching it.
Oh.
I did 5 degrees is one color, and it only goes from 65 degrees Fahrenheit to 100 degrees Fahrenheit because we rarely get temperatures outside of that range.
Right, and you're only
So it's
stitching the
9
high.
colors, and I'm only stitching the high of the
Yeah,
day. Yeah,
yeah.
because that's the temperature Sal. And then she has the different sections. Oops, I think I touched something. There we go.
Happens to me all the time.
Yeah, she's got in her design, the different sections are outlined in a gray color, and I decided to outline it in black.
Yeah,
So
I think it'll show better.
And then I'm also trying to do like the perfect backside. So here's what the back looks like. It's pretty neat and tidy. I'm proud of that. So that's Temperature Dragon so far.
Nice.
And I think this is my last whip. What is that, like 4, 5?
I'm counting.
I'm thinking I'm doing like 1 per week so that I make decent progress. And I didn't take a picture of the finish of this either. I don't know why I didn't do that. But this is Policy and Change by Notorious Needle. So this is as far as I've got. At the top here, it's going to say Thoughts and Prayers crossed out. And then Policy and Change at the bottom. And then it has a pretty, a square floral border. And I'm stitching this. Actually, I'm not even stitching the called for colors in my own pattern because a lady who had purchased this design, and I'll see if I can find the link to the Instagram post. She let me share her colorway, which I really, really liked, which doesn't have green in it.
Oh,
because I don't like green. It stays to the red, white, and blue. So I'm using that colorway. So it's just going to be red, white, and blue, no green. And that's all my whips.
awesome.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Did you want to do a giveaway?
Oh yeah, let's do the giveaway.
I was gonna say, I know we have something to give away.
Do the giveaway. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so here, you want to talk about this pattern since you donated this one?
Well, yeah, I'm donating this because I won it, and I'm not gonna stitch it. I'm not a sampler girl. Nothing against samplers or other designers. I love them. People love them. Just
It's
not
cute.
my style.
Yeah.
And doesn't go with my house. It's Apple Dumplings design. It's the second in a series. And it's from carriagehousesamplings.com. And it just says from Trudy's Kitchen. So it's called Apple Dumplings. And it is the pattern. So there's no floss or fabric or anything like that. But the pattern is complete. And you think maybe they should say apple in the...
Well, that was one we did a few months ago.
We had
a few
apple?
Flosstubes ago. Yeah, when it was like it had the dish with the apples in it. Remember?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so not apple. How about
Okay.
Green?
Green?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because there's a lot of green.
There's a lot of green.
Yeah.
So if you'd like to participate in this giveaway, use the word green in a sentence. Do not use the word giveaway, freebie, anything like that, and only use the word green once in your comment, and only in one comment, please. In order to participate, please complete the Google form. There is a link in the description below, and complete your contact information in the Google form, and then I can send it to you, and we don't have to go back and forth contacting each other for me to get your address or anything. That Google form is used only for these giveaways.
Right.
You will not receive spam, marketing, nothing. It's only used for these
We won't
giveaways.
sign you up for 1,000 emails, and you only have to fill out the Google form once.
Right, you don't have to fill it out for every giveaway. So once you fill it out once, you don't have to fill it out again. Just leave that comment.
Unless you change your email address, in which case we won't know who the hell you are.
Good point. See, this one,
What?
you could be, it's just paper, so you
Right.
could be anywhere in the world and I'll mail it to you for this one. Sometimes it's only the 48 contiguous United States, but this we can send anywhere in the world. You must be over the age of 18. And please be a subscriber to the Notorious Flosstube channel. This giveaway has no value. If it gets lost in the mail, it will not be replaced, and Notorious and I or Bridget cannot be held responsible. And YouTube and the designer or producer are not affiliated with this giveaway in any way.
I think that's all the
That's all the small print. So good luck.
We have to say all that stuff.
Good luck. Can't wait to hear about that green. All right. That's our giveaway. So,
right.
We are moving on to plans.
Plans. I do have plans, but I'm going to give you back your whip so I can look at my book and see what my plans are.
Oh, okay. Yes, thank you.
There's your whips.
Got my whips.
Got your whips. Okay, so, are you doing the Light Goddess Stitch Along?
I am. Am I going to do it during the Stitch Along?
Did you finish the Dark Goddess Stitch Along?
I did not finish the Dark Goddess Stitch Along from last year.
Yeah. So I've already purchased the Light Goddess Stitch Along from Witches Gardens Crafts. If you follow the channel, that's her. I'm doing her Major Arcana. I finished her Chalices. The Swords one's not coming out till May. So
okay.
I've done a lot of hers. Yeah, I've done a lot of hers. But anyway, it's going to be released February 1st. She's going to release the frame. And hopefully the
I'm not even sure like what. So the Dark Goddess Stitch Along, I'm stitching on navy blue, and it's so cute. I really, really enjoy it, and I like the way that like every section is contained, so you really get that satisfaction of a finish. Even though it's going to be really big. And I'm thinking, I don't know, what are you going to stitch?
Well, she recommends almost the same fabric.
The same color?
Well, because the frame is also going to be in 5.
Oh, okay.
So it's in DMC 5, which is a really light color.
Yeah.
And luckily I had bought extra of
DMC 5.
So
instead of DMC 5, I substituted DMC, Etoile Ecru instead, which is very close. It's just the off-white.
Right.
But
well, it's going to be about the same.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I might do similar fabric. I would have done like a light fabric for the light goddesses and a dark fabric for the dark goddesses.
But she's not recommending that.
Well, she's not doing it that way. And I was wondering if maybe I should wait and not start it
and see the first
see
release.
if I wanted. Well, if you know what, I could just do it on light fabric for the light goddesses and just change the colors if they're too
light,
matchy,
or add. There's a lot of back stitch. I bet
there's a lot of outlining.
It would be all right.
So it works.
You could darken the color of the back stitch if you wanted.
I could
to make it,
I could
separate.
Just takes a little more brain power.
Yeah.
Gotta think about it a little more. But so
that's
one plan.
For the Dark Goddess Stitch Along, she released 2 goddesses at the same time.
Yeah.
Did she say she's going to do that this time? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll never be able to keep up. That's not happening. I am trying to keep up with the Temperature Dragon. I'm sorry. Please continue with your plans.
No, go ahead.
Oh yeah. So I definitely want to continue with the Temperature Dragon. I'm enjoying that. I got to frog those last 3 days. What was I think? It's so easy. Like each section. I don't know. I was watching TV while I was stitching. This is not good.
I always watch TV when I'm stitching.
But I was watching something I really wanted to watch.
Oh,
yeah. So I was watching it.
Yeah.
And then I was also stitching.
Yeah.
Which is not a good combination.
It's hard to do that.
Yeah.
It's hard to do that.
Yeah, so I'll probably continue with these whips. I'm really enjoying Yggdrasil as well. And I'm using a lot of the same colors in Yggdrasil as I am in the Temperature Dragon. I'm using all of the colors from Yggdrasil into the Temperature Dragon, and then I added a few at either end of the spectrum.
So that brings up a good question, because I'm finding this with a lot of my whips are using the same colors. So what I did with those is I put them in a separate, like a little tin that all those, because I'm using those colors for like 4 of the whips. Okay. So then they're all in the tin. I don't have. Are you buying duplicate flosses?
Yeah.
Oh, you are. So you're having a bobbin.
I have like 4 black bobbins right now.
Oh well, I do that, but
yeah. Well, so no, for Yggdrasil and the Temperature Dragon, I put them in the same project bag because they are using the same colors. So I just put them in the same project bag. Everything else, the only color I'm really duplicating is black and white. So I just create new bobbins with black and white because that's probably always going to be duplicated.
Well, that's true. I have 4 bobbins in black. I have 3 or 4 bobbins in white. But no, I have ones that are like in there's just like purples.
Oh yeah.
So I should just buy another floss and bobbinate another
If you
floss.
want, you don't
I
have
might
to.
I could, because I have the extra bobbins and I have the extra little stickers
Yeah.
with the numbers
Yeah.
already printed on them,
Yeah.
because I bought a few packs
Oh,
of
those don't stay. I don't use those anymore. Now I
they
take
stay
the
for
label.
me.
They don't stay for me. No, well, I've had these bobbins for decades.
And I haven't.
So they're not staying. So
Okay.
what I'm doing now is I'm taking the label off with the number on it. I'm cutting out the number and I'm scotch taping it to the bobbin. And so it's bigger. As I get older, my eyesight is not getting better. And the scotch tape is holding up better than the adhesive on the back of those labels.
Okay. Well, I used the labels, but
but I do have other projects that used some of the same floss. Like I'm working on Santa's Workshop and Elegant Pumpkins,
yes,
and Krampus, and they all use some of the same colors. But I tend to use, like, those are seasonal. I'm working on Krampus now, but I'm going to put them away. I'm not going to work on that until next, probably fall.
Oh.
Just because it's a holiday pattern in my brain, because Krampus, you know. So I just cannibalize them. I go, oh, what other pattern am I stitching red on? Oh, this one. I just cannibalize it. But I've only got...
When you say cannibalize, do you just...
I just take it out of the project.
Take a bunch off?
No, I just take the bobbin out of the project bag and I put it in the one I'm working on now.
Oh.
But maximum, I think I only have like 10, maybe 12 whips max. There are folks who have like 40 or 50 or even 100.
Yeah.
That won't work for that.
No.
You've got to be a little bit better organized. But for what I'm doing, I just steal it. I mean, you know, I'm using the same reds in Tentacles as I'm using in Krampus, and I'm just, you know,
stealing it, borrowing it from one to the other.
Yeah.
The problem is I can't remember which one it's in, and I've got like 14 whips going, and I'm like opening the bag and going, is it in this one? Nope. Is it in that one? Nope. And that's a waste of time. Yeah, I think I'm just going to buy another floss
and do duplicate bobbins.
I'm going to have to.
Yeah. I mean, there are some colors you use very frequently. Like 321. I think it's like a dark Christmas red or something.
Yeah.
That's in like 4 patterns that I'm using right now. So
yeah, depending on seasoning, yeah. So because the Star Maiden has all my purples in it. Beehive Violets, I have to take the purples out of the Star Maiden because they're the same colors, which is luckily not a problem because I'm not working on her right now.
So one other thing I wanted to mention for plans, and then Bridget, you can finish up if you like.
I'm done.
Okay. So February is Black History Month in the United States and UK and Canada, and I think maybe Australia. So a multitude of primarily English-speaking countries. And I just wanted to recommend some stitchers of color that you might also enjoy. I watch the Sunshine Stitchers. This is EJ and Shelia, and they're a hoot, and they're also located here in South Florida.
And they have a third person with them sometimes.
Sometimes they do, yeah. Sometimes they'll bring in like a guest stitcher, designer, artist, what have you. And I really enjoy watching them, so I encourage you to do so as well. I also enjoy Almond M&Ms. She's located in New York, and she kind of rambles on, but like she's adorable. And she also dyes her own flosses, silk flosses, which are really, really nice. I think you're using
the Almond M&Ms is in the Hand and Heart one that I did. I used a couple of her silks in there. They are so nice. Oh, silk floss is so nice to work with. It's so soft.
Very soft. And you liked the colors. And
I do.
It was very even. Like if it was supposed to be a solid color, it was solid. It was even. They're good. They're good flosses.
Yes.
So that's Almond M&Ms. And then I also wanted to recommend, I discovered an Etsy shop called Bad Vibes Only, which is kind of funny. It's by Fergus, and on Etsy, they're located in Ontario, Canada, and their patterns are like a little bit dark and gritty and very bold, like deep reds. And I was perusing their Etsy shop, and I might pick one up.
I just found a stack. We didn't do finishes.
We started with finishes.
No, we started with fully finished.
Yeah.
But I have finishes that are not fully finished. I got 3 over here. Because you started talking about, I'm like, well, yeah, didn't I already mention that?
Hand and Heart?
Because I didn't show it. And then I'm sitting there thinking about Noel. I'm like, wait a minute. We missed a spot.
All right. So we're going to continue finishes, but check out Bad Vibes Only on Etsy. She is a designer of color. So happy Black History Month. So
So we're going to back up a bit.
Yeah, more finishes.
They're not fully finished. They're just finishes. Well, they're right here.
Okay.
They're written down. So this one is, and that's kind of like you started talking about. I'm like, wait a minute, didn't we mention that? No, we didn't. So this is Hand and Heart by La Di Da, and I can show this because this is a freebie, and this is how it is on her website.
It's how it's presented on her website.
Right. So I mean, it is the pattern. I'll just show it fairly quickly. La Di Da, Hand and Heart, and this is my finish. I haven't mounted it or anything. Colorway? Yes, I did it in my own colorway. The floss is from Live and Die LA and Almond M&M's Silk, and the fabric is by Bestitch Me. I don't remember
is it peanut?
The color.
It looks like peanut.
It could be peanut. That's the one that I did the Ouija board out of. Yeah. Thank you. I couldn't remember the name of the fabric. Yes, but this is the purple is from Live and Die LA, and all of the variegated is from Almond M&M Silk, and I really liked it. And the outline here, this part here is all the silks.
Oh, I forgot my finish. I forgot one of my finishes too.
Yeah, see, we skipped that category completely.
Oh my gosh.
How did we do that?
I don't know. I think I need to rewrite got a little outline on the wall over there. I think I need to separate out FOs and FFOs.
And maybe you need to make it bigger.
It's huge. I think it's like 72 point font.
Right? So this is Noel, and this one is from the same magazine as Santa Moon. It's the just cross stitch Christmas ornaments, and the Noel is done on
2023. It's the 2023.
2023. Yeah, Noel is done on 18 count white Aida. The design is by
can't read your own handwriting.
No, I can't. Gina Ganay. And the floss is Mediterranean Sea by Gentle Art.
That's nice.
And it is a really light variegation. It's really, really pretty. I don't know if it came out in the light or not. And I had
I don't even have the stats on this finish.
Where's my Christmas Bear birds? You know what? They're not in here. I didn't bring them. I finished the Christmas Bear birds, but they're not a fully finish. So I guess that'll have to wait for another floss tube.
Well, the one I did is from Beach Please, and I don't remember
who the designer is.
It's for the Beach Please
I will
cross stitch retreat that we're going to in mid-February, which we'll tell you all about later when it's. I can't wait to share that. It's in Tampa, so it's relatively local to us, so we're going to be able to drive there, and we won't have to like fit all our shit in suitcases.
Right.
We'll just throw it in the back of the car and go.
Emily Call.
Thank you.
Emily Call's the designer.
Okay. So there were 4 panels you can do, and they're going to do a flat fold tutorial, and I chose the panel with the unicorn who's stitching the octopus.
It's a mermaid.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say unicorn?
You said unicorn. I'm like, they had a unicorn?
No, they did not. They had a mermaid stitching an octopus. Whatever. Different magical creature. And I used a bunch of variegated floss that I had in my stash.
That's
I changed all the colors.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that. So they're going to do a flat fold tutorial while we're there, a hands-on class. And so this is what I stitched for that.
And that's what I did the Noel for.
Yeah.
For the flat fold tutorial, because I was not going to stitch.
She didn't want to stitch the mermaids. There were 4 different patterns you could choose from, and they were all beach themed. There was like flip-flops, and this one has a tomato in a bottle.
That's a tomato?
That's a tomato pin cushion.
It's a pin cushion.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just chose pink threads because I wanted it to match the pink in the octopus. So I stitched the octopus and variegated the frame and the mermaid's hair and tail. And then I picked colors from the variegated floss and stitched other elements, like the bottle is like the same like sea green color. Mm-hmm. So it's supposed to look like sea glass. You know,
it's really cute.
I liked it.
It came out cute the way you did it.
Well, I changed some of the design. Like the hoop was 1 stitch thicker, so instead of 3 stitches thick, I only made it 2 stitches thick. I just liked how it looked better that way. Mm-hmm. And it's stitched on 14 count oatmeal. This is DMC. This is so old that it has started to yellow.
But I like the oatmeal. It's one of my favorite things to do Santas on.
But normally it's a little bit less yellow. It's a lighter color, but the fabric it's been in my stash for probably 20 years. And I said, okay, well, let me use it for this. So that was my other finish.
So that's our plan.
That's what?
That's our plans.
Yes, Beach Please is part of plans.
Right. And the Beach Please retreat is in Clearwater, Florida, and it's from February 22nd to the 24th, which is Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So if you're going, come and see us. Come and say hi. You know what we look like. We don't know what you look like. So we won't be able to see who you are unless you come and say hi. And we'd love to see you there.
Yeah, that would be fabulous. And finally, I'm going to, so it's 2024 and it is a presidential election year in the United States. So I'm going to talk politics. If you don't want to stay for that, that's okay. I'm just writing down the time here. That's okay. But yes, I'm going to talk about politics and how it is affecting my stitching. So I'm definitely stitching policy and change to help bring up the topic of politics in general. After policy and change, I will be stitching, what's the other one? Register and vote. So on that note, what I wanted to talk to you about today is, are you registered to vote? Because primary season has begun. As we record this, there have already been 2 primaries so far, and the primaries are coming very, very quickly. It may already be too late to register to vote in your primary for your state, but please check. And if you think you are already registered, especially in the state of Florida, you need to double check, because there have been some laws passed recently that are allowing the government to change, the state government run by Republicans, to change your voter registration status from active to inactive. And then once you've been inactive for 2 elections, I believe, I will post links below to the news articles that outline the details. But once you have been inactive for 2 more cycles, they will remove you from the voter rolls and you will have to re-register. And I don't know if I don't think they've already started removing people, but they have definitely moved over 800,000 Florida voters from active to inactive status. They are starting to do this. So how do you check to make sure that you're registered to vote? You need to find the website for your local registrar's office. You need to verify that it is the actual real government website. It will end in .gov. If you do a Google search and it ends in something like .co, .com, .org, probably not the right website. That's probably some kind of political organization that is looking for money. That is not going to help you verify that you're registered to vote. That brings me to the second point I wanted to make for today, and this is where I'll end it. Wherever you're getting your information from about the timing of the elections, your registration, etc., you need to verify those sources. And so if someone reaches out to you, if you get a robocall like they did in New Hampshire that tells you not to vote in President Biden's voice, it is probably artificial intelligence. It is probably fake. If you get an email about voting, do not take it for granted that it is accurate. If you see social media postings about voting, do not take them for granted that they're accurate, even if they come from a friend that you trust, because your friend may not have done their due diligence. You need to either verify the source or ignore the information. And by verify the source, I mean go to the source of the information. Go to your voter register's website and verify what are the dates you're voting. What are the rules around mail-in ballots this year, because those are all changing too. Verifying you're registered to vote. You need to go directly to the source of the information and not trust any information that is pushed out to you, because that could be disinformation or misinformation, and you may lose your chance to vote. Please vote. Your vote is powerful. If it wasn't powerful, there wouldn't be so many
They wouldn't be trying to stop you from doing it.
There wouldn't be so much effort and money spent trying to stop you from vote. So that's all I'm going to say about voting.
I have one thing to add.
Okay.
I got a new voter card and registration in the mail.
Cool.
they redistrict us.
Oh, yes.
Redistricted us again.
Yes.
So don't assume that you're going to be voting in the same spot you've always voted in, because they're pulling a lot of crap.
This is not because of the 2020 census. That was the 2022 election. Everything was redistricted for that. They did this again.
They did it again.
Yes.
So I got yet another new voter registration card,
Yeah.
and they've moved my voting station again.
Yes.
So double check your card, Google the address, make sure you know where you're going, so you don't end up in the wrong place.
Yep. And if you're not early voting, if you're going to vote on voting day, you might want to take a trip ahead of time and just verify that the address is where your GPS tells you it is. Because they're not always accurate either.
Well, there's that.
And you don't want to be stuck on the way home from work and, oh, you're not in line in time, you don't get to vote. So
Yeah. I like to vote early.
I do too, but not everyone has that opportunity.
That's true.
So on that note, I think we're going to...
I think we are
So,
done. So do like the shirt says,
Stitch
stitch
on.
on.